Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, someone is stalking the patrons of Rhonda's gym, and they are going to help them lose some weight. In blood. Tonight's movie, Killer Workout. Though I like Aerobicide better.
And welcome to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Unchained from those content Nazis! Episode number 23. Yes, episode 23. We are moving along in this marathon of madness. And coming off of last night's nostalgic 80s horror movie that's, has its problems, but still a fun time. And that's Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. I like the fact that it rhymes. Anyways, it's a shame that movie series kind of went into the straight-to-video death knell chamber of hell crap. I mean, you should watch the trailer for Prom Night 3, and you're just like, what the hell? I mean, could they get someone with, I don't know, a little bit of energy? And they kind of turned it into a horror comedy or something like that, which really, I don't know. Anyways, enough about that. But tonight, I thought, you know what? We're going to stick with the 80s kick and review a movie that I actually wanted to review last year. When I was doing my review of Fatal Games, there were a few movies that were recommended that were similar, and one of them was called Aerobicide, and I thought, wow, that's a cool name. But for some reason or another, I ended up doing some other movies, and I kind of just forgot about it until not too long ago, my good friend, Good Bad Flicks, and by good friend I mean doesn't know I exist, but anyways, did a exploring episode on a movie called Killer Workout, which happens to be the same movie. I don't know why they do that with movies. They'll change the name and stuff like that. It'll go under 2 different names, 3 different names. Yeah, it's weird, but it happens. So anyways, so tonight I am going to review that movie because it looked like it was awesome and I ended up watching it. It was cheesily fun. So, Aerobicide, otherwise known as Killer Workout, I guess I'll just call it Killer Workout, even though I think Aerobicide is actually much cooler sounding. So, Killer Workout, what is it about? Well, it starts off with a lovely lady. She comes home after probably a hard day at work, whatever, checks her answering machine messages, and then finds out that she got the job. She's gonna get her picture on the cover of Cosmo. It's her big break. It's awesome. So she better get to the tanning salon and get a nice tan. And what did you know? In the tanning bed, in a horror movie, it's always a death trap. And yes, of course, it bursts of flames and smoked up and oh my goodness, it's all over. So, fast forward some time, and we are at Rhonda's gym or Rhonda's workout place or whatever. Anyways, and yeah, there's a lot of aerobics going on. This movie is filled with a lot of aerobics, and all of a sudden, people start getting murdered at the gym, and you get this overzealous kind of bastard of a police officer detective who's completely incompetent, by the way. Anyways, nosing around, trying to figure out who did it, and apparently the silent partner, who's not so silent, of this gym, who's unseen, sends over a guy to investigate the happenings to see what happens. And of course, no one can stop the murderous rampage that is taking place at the gym. And really, I would think they would close it down after, I don't know, like 2 or 3. But whatever, anyways. So, will they be able to find out who the killer is and stop the rampage? And will we ever get tired of seeing those lovely, lovely ladies in those tight outfits strutting their stuff? I don't know. The movie banks on you not getting tired of it. But let's get to the score, shall we? So, Violence and Gore, I am giving it a 1.5 out of 5. Look, there's violence, yes, and there's some blood, but really the kills are pretty tame. I mean, there's most of it's done with a gigantic safety pin device, which honestly can go through skull, which is ridiculous. That thing must be made out of hardened diamond or whatever. Anyways, no, it's made out of adamantium. Anyways, there are some knife works, but a lot of it is the gore that you would see is after the fact. So you don't really see the entryway. And in one of the scenes in the shower scene, you actually look at it, and it looks like they're just heading to the side of her neck. But yeah, the blood's coming out of her neck after she puts her hand, which probably has the hose, but whatever. Anyways, so it's not very gory. Yes, it's violent. There's a lot of kung fu. there's a couple fist fights, which are really nice, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna give it any high scores. It's 1.5 out of 5. Shock value, 1 out of 5, and only because of the gratuitous amounts of aerobic exercise segments. Is basically every 5 minutes in this movie. It's, hey, we gotta see these girls doing their aerobic stuff. Literally at the end of the movie, when the credits are rolling, it's, we got scenes of I mean, and I'm not complaining, they are very lovely ladies. Very lovely. But the camera is just all up in their ass and their crotch or down there. And so we know why it's there. A, it's probably filler because they don't have enough to fill out the movie. And B, it's there, to titillate your senses. But, yeah. Just shocking about how often that stuff shows up. And that the fact that they seem to be just aerobicizing while people are getting murdered. I mean, I can only imagine there's a scene where they're all yeah, and then behind the scenes there's a bunch of guys dragging out body after body. I mean, they even made a joke, the detective going and saying he's running out of body bags. But it's because all this stuff happens, well, not all of it, but some of it just seems to happen in the middle of the workout day, and I don't know. That's more of a plot issue. So, shock value 1 out of 5. Plot 2 out of 5. Look, this movie tries. It tries to create the whole red herring, and tries to give you a little bit of mystery. It tries to give you a twist. But the thing is, it's so the red herring is so pounded in your face that it can't be that person because they are literally trying to sell it. In fact, the movie probably would have been a lot more brilliant if it was the person, because everyone would be expecting it, because they're like, oh, come on, this guy is being set up way too much to be the killer, and oh my god, he's the killer. Well, then people will probably be pissed off going, well, and then it's just too obvious he's the killer. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, the plot, it's missing a bunch of stuff to try to get it into average territory. But I like the fact that they tried, but they're a little bit too heavy-handed and a bit too much reliance on these scenes of gratuitous aerobic exercise in between. So it kind of messes a little bit with the flow of the movie. And the ending is just stupid. I'm sorry, it is. I mean, it's a fun, stupid movie, but yeah, so 2 out of 5. Acting, holy shit, it's bad. It's 1 out of 5. I don't think I liked anybody's performance in this movie. The detective guy was, I don't know if he was channeling his inner Shatner, but he had those pauses in his statements, and he always had this look like he had a stick just jammed so far up that, so far up his rear that it was tickling his tonsils. I mean, it's just the girls in this movie. I mean, they're okay. They're just a lot of just really, really bad stuff going on here. I'm not an actor. I'll probably do worse than them, but whatever. It's bad. It's laughably bad. 1 out of 5. Nudity. I'm also giving it a 1 out of 5. Look, you get a very brief scene, kind of almost like a out-of-place dream sequence. It just made no sense. I guess it was basically they went, look, there's not enough tits in this movie. We need to get some girl topless in this movie, so we're going to just create this fake dream sequence where the hot aerobic instructor is going to, like, you know, lay on top of you and take off her top, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah. I mean, that's basically it. I don't think that scene serves no other purpose. But, I mean, it's a very nice scene, and I'm not complaining. But, other than that, we have some missed opportunities, though. We have a shower scene kill, which you don't see anything, really, except when they're zipping up the dead body. So I'm like, well, wait, why just then when we could have had a little bit more? Because she was a very lovely lady. I don't know. It's just, it's weird that you had opportunities and it's like you just kind of blew it in that situation. So anyways, 1 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. It is one of those movies that's so bad, it's entertaining anyways. There are definitely a lot of kills. The killer does rack up the body count, but in the end, it's some of the lack of the gore, and the ridiculousness of the acting definitely kind of bring this movie into a weird situation, because it's like, I really liked it. I watched it. I had fun watching it, but there's still a lot of stuff that I wanted out of this movie, but still overall fun. But my overall impression is 1.5 out of 5. This movie definitely needed some more gore, better gore effects, special effects. I mean, apparently they probably didn't have a budget to do much gore anyway, so it was more like we need just blood running here and put some blood around their neck, you know. And I guess they maybe, like, the burnt body used up all the budget. I don't know, but it really definitely needed some more of that. And of course, the plot, it went way too heavy-handed, trying to get the red herring established, and the acting. I mean, they tried. You know, I mean, it's not as bad as like Path of the Moonbeast or whatever that was. Track of the Moonbeast. Holy shit, that's just a whole new level of horribleness. But anyways, 1.5 out of 5, and that averages out to a pathetic 1.6 out of 5. However, this movie isn't horrible in a non-watchable way. You can definitely watch it, have a beer, have some friends, make fun out of this thing, you know, just rip it a new one, because it's definitely a fun movie to watch. And definitely the sum of its parts are definitely greater than the individual parts together. So there you go, my review of Killer Workout, otherwise known as Aerobicide. Maybe I'd give it a higher score if they actually called it Aerobicide. I mean, actually, when I watched it, the title said Aerobicide, so I don't know. Anyways, so tell me what you think. Have you seen Aerobicide, Killer Workout, whatever? Tell me what you thought in the comment section. Am I right? Is it so bad but it's good? Am I wrong? It's just so bad it's bad? Or am I wrong because it's actually really great and you suck at, like, you know, making judgments about things like that? So I don't know. Whatever it is, leave a comment. I know you won't, because no one is. But while you're at it, subscribe, all that other stuff, you know, bell ringing, notification, ding ding, yada yada. Check out Good Bad Flicks. They definitely don't need my advertisement, but they are a wonderful channel. If you want really in-depth stuff, they will tell you basically everything that happens in the movie, and tell you about the production and the actors and the directors and everyone involved, and it is really information-packed and quite fun. But until then, episode 23 is in the books, and I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And until then, stay scary, internet. And man, if you're at the gym and someone gets murked, I think it's time to cancel your membership. I'm just saying. Alright? Yeah.